don't come, she saying come right. 2 in the face, at least 2 in the dome. It's always better results when you do it alone. I'm just thinking about making it home. They either got your prince.
What's good, y'all? FISK Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the FISK. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, hit that sub button. Alright, we are very close to 4K. I wanted to drop a little surprise for y'all of 4K. So the quicker y'all get me to 4K, quicker I drop the surprise on y'all. This surprise will really hold us down till training camp, man. We got 24 days till training camp. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bless y'all with as much news as I can. But I promise you, once training camp comes along, we're gonna ramp up. May even have 2 videos a day for the rest of the season. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to today's news. Alright, now, I probably should have broke this into 2 videos since there's nothing to talk about, but we're going to do it in one. So 2 things happened yesterday. First thing that happened is we got to talk about this whole memorabilia issue with Kenny Golladay. And then we got to discuss my man Daniel Jones, Super Saiyan 8, the anointed one, the chosen one, the savior of New York football sports, who fell from the sky to deliver this franchise from evil. He's performing miracles in North Carolina, okay? He's working out with the team. They took a picture and we're going to talk about it. But the first thing we're going to get to on today's docket is Kenny Golladay. Now, this is no big deal. He ain't going to do no jail time, or it's not like, oh my gosh, what do we sign? He's not a bad character. None of that bubblegum BS that the media be trying to portray sometimes. From what I can understand, okay, now I could be wrong, I could have read it wrong, but here's the gist of it. In a nutshell, he switched agents, okay? So Kenny Golladay had one agent. I guess they were doing business together. In the process of them doing business together, Kenny Golladay did a favor for Todd France. He set up an autograph signing with Todd France. He then became Todd France's client. So what happened is the former agent wants 3% of Kenny Galladay's Giants contract, 1.7 million in damages, and another 10 grand in the marketing deals, and he basically won a bag. So Kenny Galladay's ex-agent, for what I can understand, I could be reading this wrong, to quote the New York Post, Bernstein, who was his former agent, says Bernstein is seeking damages of more than 1.7 million, as he estimates he lost out on more than 10 grand in Galladay's marketing deal, plus his 3% commission from Kenny Galladay's NFL contract, which he signed a 4-year, $72 million contract. And Kenny Golladay, because he didn't go to some virtual meeting, he didn't show up to court, some virtual court meeting, has till back in December, has till July 22nd, which is 5 days before training camp, to explain in writing to the court why he didn't show up when he was subpoenaed to show up to an online court deposition, whatever. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to use all these big words and legal terms. At the end of the day, they wanted the boy Kenny Golladay to show up to court virtually. He ain't show up. Now he got to write a handwritten apology explaining why he ain't show up, or he's going to have to pay them out the ass because it's a civil suit, so he ain't going to jail. So if he can't explain to himself why he didn't show up to court, he's probably just got to pay him all the money he's asking for. It's not that big of a deal. Kenny G, I'm going to tell you like I told Deshaun Watson, when you're this rich, you cut the check and you move on. Alright, bottom line, this is a non-story, or at least it should be. Kenny, please, I'm begging you, don't be cheap like Deshaun Watson. Don't be Deshaun Watson. Had Deshaun Watson cut a check months ago, he'd be playing right now. But he wanted to be all prideful and prove his innocence, and now he's up shit's creek without a paddle. You're rich for a reason. Rich, powerful men, they cut the check, they keep everything under wraps, and they move on. They don't try and fight, prove their innocence, get dirty in the public, and lose their clean reputation. So Kenny, you got what? To the 20, you got 19 days to figure this shit out. Alright, Kenny, figure it out. Now, moving on to my man Daniel Jones holding workouts. It's a beautiful thing. Now, who you notice you see is Darius Slayton. We see Kenny G, and we see Sterling Shepard. Those seem to be our three starting wide receivers. Who you did not see was Kadarius Toney, which I really don't care. He's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's a rookie. But who was missing was Evan Ingram. Now, Evan. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. But Evan, if there was anybody who should have been there, it should have been you. Alright, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that guy. In Evan Ingram's defense, because we all seen the picture, in Evan Ingram's defense, he did post a picture working out with rookie AZ Ajula. He posted a picture working out with AZ. I know better than to try and pronounce his whole name. He posted a picture, or at least I saw a picture floating on Twitter of him working out with AZ. So we got Saquon, Shepard, basically our starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? We basically got our starting lineup working out with Daniel Jones in North Carolina, and you got Evan Ingram doing some other shit with AZ. Now, I could be that guy and nitpick, but I'm not gonna be that guy. I trust that the boy Evan Ingram wants that contract, and I assume that he's gonna have the best season of his life. I have no facts. I have no what's the word I'm looking for? I have no valid, concrete reason to sell you on why Evan Ingram is going to be good next year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm simply saying he's going to be good next year because of the contract. I'm a firm believer in the worst player in the planet can look like an all-pro player when he's fighting for a bag. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Evan Ingram will play all 16 games more than likely and catch like 80 balls for damn near 1,000 yards because it's his contract year. Will he ever do it again? I don't know. But I'm confident in Evan Ingram in a contract season. As far as Daniel Jones goes, this is like his third, fourth, fifth workout he's held this off season. You know how great we gonna be. This guy Daniel Jones cares. You see, this is what I be trying to explain to y'all. He cares. You can't put a price on care. He cares. Washington football fans, you know who didn't care? Dwayne Haskins. Okay, this guy Daniel Jones is scheduled. He's like Eli Manning. He's like Peyton Manning. He's doing all the right things. Now, the media won't talk about it because it's positive Giants talk. Media don't report nothing positive about the Giants. They won't report Daniel Jones holding all these off-season workouts, whether it's in Arizona, North Carolina. They're not going to report that. But Daniel Jones is getting ready. And here's another gem. Kenny Golladay goes around the 5th or 6th round. Take him in the 4th. Word of advice, if you're doing best balls, if you're trying to win that $1 million like Big FISK, take that boy Kenny G in the 4th round. That's what I've been doing. Kenny G will be a top 5 wide receiver next season. You could bank on that. But that's it, that's all. Subscribe to the unit if you're rocking with me. My name is FISK Vegas, and I approve this message.